Hello and welcome once again to the Facts About Life. Today I want to continue talking about liberty, freedoms to choose, our God-given natural rights, and how governing powers affect those rights. Because laws and our governance affect our freedoms to choose, our God-given natural rights, and our liberties in such profound ways, I want to speak to you seriously now about political and social philosophy and human governance. In the political and philosophical part of my talks on liberty and truth, I do not differentiate between Marxism, communism, socialism, progressivism, or liberalism. I do not make a differentiation between these isms because I believe the underlying bases of these belief systems are essentially the same. These ideologies have their philosophical underpinnings in the belief that there exists an ongoing struggle for dominance between people and between various differing classes and groups of people, and that the dominant ruling classes always oppress and exploit the lower classes. They believe that their social engineering projects and governmental impositions into our lives will eliminate those oppressions and exploitations and bring more fairness and equality and happiness to everyone. All these are laudable goals, and I certainly share them as well. Further, their belief system embraces the idea that sympathetic pity is universal to humankind. And because we all have sympathetic pity within us, we are all naturally good. They further believe that all humans also innately want to do good and be good. The only reason people aren't happy and don't do good is because of various oppressions they have been made to suffer by inequality and racism and misogyny and etc. And of course, they rail against the oppressions we've been forced to endure at the hands of the greedy capitalist ruling classes. From liberalism's beliefs about universal human pity and innate human goodness spring liberalism's beliefs about human rights. Liberalism believes that one of the basic rights that come from humanity's innate sympathy and goodness is the right of everyone to at least have their basic needs provided for them from the wealth and goodness of the nation. So, taking from the wealth of the nation via taxation to guarantee those goods and services for everyone is the right and good way to go. They believe that when everyone's needs are provided for, that everyone will then be happy. I hope to persuade you that this way of thinking is misguided in the extreme and leads to both inner disaster for the immortal soul and outer disaster for society. Because of the ruin that comes from embracing the falsehoods contained in Marxist, progressive, collectivist dogma, and my desire to see it forever placed on history's trash heap, I tend to vilify and denigrate Marxist, socialist, liberal, progressive theory unremittingly throughout this work. Please try not to take offense if my words may offend. I am rather zealous in advancing my philosophic ideas because collectivist Marxist ideas just scare the hell out of me. They have a very, very bad and brutal history. So I do apologize in advance for any upset you may be feeling while reading this. Finally, I do want to note that this does not mean that I think liberals are generally bad people. Many, if not most all, are, like all good people everywhere, loving, forgiving, and compassionate in their inner and outer lives. I can't encourage you more to pursue those ideals and those virtues for your own life. Happiness comes from them, certainly. It's wonderful to feel and know that one is loving, forgiving, and compassionate in the way we deal with life and with our fellow humans. Well, there we go. That's it for today. Tough stuff about Marxism and the evils, truly, of embracing that false ideology about life. So, that's it for today. We'll see you again with the next episode. Thanks again. Bye-bye.